Welcome to Hood's Hill and our kitchen story. So here we are. I'm Tom Hood. I'm the cook here, and this is my domain. The countertop we brought down when we brought a lot of other materials. It was thrown out from a kitchen remodeling job, including the sink, and we just threw that in with a lot of other stuff in a container that came down to the Bahamas many years ago when we started building here. As you can see, we've got a couple of refrigerators, of which one works, the one on the right. These other two have failed over the years. The motors go out on them, so we now just use them as additional storage cabinets. And we put supplies and stuff into there. The one on the right is our refrigerator. We run this during the daytime. We turn it off at night. There are bottles up in the freezer section that help keep it like an ice box overnight. We do that to conserve on electricity and not draw anything more off the batteries than we really need to use. But it's fully stocked in there. Whenever we catch fish, we clean them, we bag them up, we put them in there, along with fruits and vegetables, ground beef, chicken, etc. That all gets stored in there. And I guess a few beers. So I cook using a Coleman stove. Just runs on regular 1 pound propane tanks, of which we have several. And I make my coffee with a espresso pot. We have a teapot. As you can see, we have a variety of pots and pans like any well-stocked kitchen would have. But basically everything gets cooked on a stovetop. So if I'm making anything that needs to be lidded, I drop that onto either the skillet and steam it down or into one of the pots, etc. We try not to fry too much, if anything, with the fish. Excuse me. I just use a little bit of oil, and then I'll lid it so that it will kind of steam in the taste. And our sink is running off of water that comes from the tank outside, and it's gravity fed. So we have running water here, and basically it goes down through the drain. Underneath you can see that there's a rubber hose that goes into a pipe that ultimately runs outside and drains off to the side. The goats like to come up and drink from that, as do the birds and some other critters. Pretty standard washing setup, utensils, etc. And then basically we buy our supplies from a couple of little stores across from there. But staples here are things like trail mix, coffee, tea, canned stuff like canned milk, canned coconut milk, beans of various sizes. You can't live in the Bahamas without grits. And then we've got honey. I highly recommend Nido dry whole milk. It is fantastic. We use it with water. We blend it with water to make milk for our cereals and stuff, but it's also great in espresso or in tea, along with a little bit of honey. Snacks, storage bags, and then the other very important thing is our water system. So we filter the water that comes from our water tank outside. We run it through a charcoal filter outside and fill up this 55-gallon drum. We add in 4 or 5 drops of chlorine just as a final sanitization for the water. But then we run it through this Berkeley filter. Now, the top has these ceramic filters that go down to 0.5 micron. That takes out anything. Bacteria, organisms. It also extracts out the chlorine taste, etc. And that will slowly drip down into the collection tank down below here. And then we just open up the tap and out comes delicious, fresh, clean rainwater that's been fully filtered, 100% safe to drink and then use in the cooking as well. So if I'm washing lettuce and things like that, this is what I would use to clean my vegetables before I cook them, particularly if I'm going to use it in a salad. And this is what I draw from to make a dish like grits, something like that. We pull that and then we fill up bottles of water for our drinking. Stay tuned to the channel to see different recipes that I've developed for off-grid living here in the Bahamas on Hood's Hill. Please like and subscribe and drop a comment, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have. Have a great day.